My name is Sean Thomas, and I'm the author of Be More Today, a 40-day guide to a better version of you. As doctor of physical therapy, I've seen thousands of people do great things. They came to me with ailments, physical ailments, pain, issues, and they got through them, all because they decided in their mind they were going to do it. And I guarantee you, if you just trust the process and be persistent, you too can be the best version of you.
Welcome to the Be More Today show. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our show today. Now, let's hear it from our host, Dr. Sean Thomas.
What's going on, folks? What's going on? It's your boy here, Dr. Sean Thomas, back in the building with the Be More Today show. We are back in the building, folks. And we are here still in season 7 of the Be More Today show, living and nixing and fixing still here in 2026. It's been a great year. We are officially past the midway point of 2026. And so many things have been happening. But before I get into any of those things, Be More Today again is a movement. We've been doing some great things now here in season 7 with my 2 books, Be More Today and Project More, out there on Amazon for you to enjoy and to be inspired by and to be motivated by. So check those books out. Still, our Steps of Greatness Challenge is happening right now. We have 11 teams, almost 50 people who are out there trying to get their steps in all across the tri-state area. And it has been very interesting. We have a little team called the Mini Avengers who are a group of young people who are all under the age of 16, and they're killing it. They're doing their thing. But we are holding it down for those who are a little more seasoned. As always, we're getting our steps in as well. So if you missed this challenge for this time, you can join us again next time for the next season, which will be in the fall. But for right now, the summer challenge is on and popping. So if you're part of that challenge, get those steps in. Let's get to stepping. And again, this show has been doing some great things in the last 7 years. Now, again, here in our 7th season, we continue to do some great things. And we are heard all over the world now in 123 countries, over 80,000 downloads. Again, thanks for love and support. The show continues to grow and to strive and to thrive. And I'm just happy to be a part of this great platform with so many people who are a part of our family. We have 3 major sponsors who continue to support the show. Spy Belt, the best running belt in the business. If you heard the show last time, Kim Overton and her team has a great product. They do a great job of putting out running gear and running belts. And I wear my Spy Belt everywhere that I go. There's no place that I go without my Spy Belt. If you want the best running belt or the best small items belt in the industry, check out spybelt.com for all of their products. They are never going to disappoint. And if you heard the show last time, satisfaction is their main goal. So you will be satisfied with all their products. And of course, home base is Jag Physical Therapy. As you see, I'm rocking my Jag PT top today. The best PT place in the Northeast, continuing to provide injury prevention and PT for all those who are in need, athletic training, occupational therapy. We're doing it all, home care, now in so many offices in the tri-state area. If you have a question about where we are, visit www.jagpt.com and book an appointment with us today to get back to the life that you love. You will not be disappointed. And of course, our monthly patrons, thank you so much for supporting us every single time. We really appreciate it. Big shout out to Lunice and Juanita. They continue to support the show over the last 7 years, and I greatly appreciate it. Our quote for today is simple as always. Growth requires you to go beyond what's comfortable to discover what is possible, by Mark Cole. Growth requires you to go beyond what's comfortable and to discover what is possible. This quote for me is poignant for a number of reasons, especially in this season of my life. I just started a new position that we'll talk about a little bit later in the show. But being in new spaces is always going to be a little bit uncomfortable. It's very, very easy to fall in line with what you already know. There's comfort there. There's support there. It feels good. It's not challenging, really. It's easy. But growth really requires you to go beyond what's comfortable to discover what is possible. And it's that discovering where we see how strong we can be. We see how uh, amazing we can be, we also see our faults, right? We see things that we're not good at, that we have to work on a little more. And that's not comfortable, right? Knowing that you're not good at something, or seeing that you have a default somewhere, or a deficit somewhere, and trying to fix that. We do that as PTs all the time, right? We kind of pick out people's faults, right? We find the weak spots so you can get better. But it takes that season of growth to be uncomfortable in that season, to see what's happening on the other side. And I just want to encourage you guys this week to go out there and be uncomfortable, to find growth in places where you know you need to grow, and to discover what is possible, what can be. And my guest on the show today is pretty much the embodiment of that. He is a go getter, he is a trendsetter, he is a ball of energy. And in the last year or two, he's done some amazing things that have been outside of his comfort zone, but they have helped him to grow, to go beyond and discover beyond what is possible for him, to see what he can do. And his name is Dr. Gaurav Dambal. He is a PT at Jag Physical Therapy, one of my colleagues. I call him a friend. He's also a Spartan runner, marathoner, and also one of the newest graduates of the residency program we have here at Jag Physical Therapy. So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, pets included, please welcome to the stage my guy, Gaurav Dambal. Gaurav, what is going on?
Thank you, Sean. Thank you for having me on the show. It's great to be here. It's good to see you, and I'm happy to be part of the show.
Listen, I appreciate you so much. We used to work in the same office, in Georgetown office in Brooklyn. We were colleagues on the same shift, holding it down. And just like that, we both left the office. We both got sent different places, right? You
Yeah,
being sent to Sheepshead Bay Area, Voorhies, me being sent out here to Paramus, New Jersey.
yeah,
But we still stay connected for a number of different ways. And I just wanted to shout you out because I think you've been doing some great things. So just tell the people a little bit about yourself, who you are, where you're from, and where you're working currently.
sure. I've been working at Jack Physical Therapy, the Sheepshead Bay Voorhies office for last couple 6 months right now. It's a great office. I love the population there. I was working with Sean before, and I miss Georgetown, but I feel like as you said, it's a new setup for both of us, and there's a lot of growth and beyond the comfort zone. And that's why I like the quote that you shared today. I feel that, and I'm ready to do what's possible and kind of go from there.
Mm.
Uh, I finished the sports residency program recently, and I'm trying to help the community with the knowledge that I have. We learned a lot of things along the process, so now is the time for application, I believe. And I see so much of need in the community, and I feel like I want to bridge those gaps and make the best out of my knowledge in the long run.
Amazing, amazing, Gaurav. I appreciate you so much, and your vibrancy and your enthusiasm to share with others what you know. I took that from you from the first day. I was like, this guy really wants others to do well. He really wants others to be excellent. And seeing you go through the residency program, um, the sports residency program, and seeing all you've learned from that, and then applying that to your patients and to others, just amazing. And also, you know, for those who may not know, like I mentioned earlier, you're a marathoner. And
Yeah.
again, that 1% of the population that's done a marathon, you've done that. You're a member of Spartan Sunday Run Club. And I remember when we spoke about the marathon initially, and you were like, I don't know if I want to do this. And all of a sudden you were
True.
like, yes, I'm locked in. And then once you were locked in, it was a wrap. Talk to us a little bit about um, what you learned from the marathon experience, what you learned about being, part of the Spartan Sunday Run Club, but also being a part of the 1% of people who finish the marathon.
Yeah, that's a great point. I remember that day when we spoke about the marathon, and uh, there were a lot of mixed feelings at that time. I had multiple things going on. I feel like I was not sure if I could manage the marathon at that time. Uh, But and then I feel like I thought to myself, this would give me a great opportunity to get beyond that comfort zone. I see a growth waiting in the later stage, but I feel like putting that work in is really important. And sometimes I feel like giving more importance to your fitness is part of something that I want to be in the future. That's what I teach to my patients too. If you're locked in, if you know it's going to help you in the long run, don't think about how you're going to do it later. I would start doing it today. And since I had the support from the Spartan Sunday Run Club, we have people who've done marathons like so many of them, and I know you've done all six. So I feel like we had that support where we could, where you and all the members they show up on Sunday mornings. Doesn't matter if it's raining, if it's cold, if it's there's snow, we'll still run. And that gives a lot of motivation to new people who come into the run club. I feel like we feel supported, and if you don't know something, you know you have people who will guide you through the process. And I feel like that's what got me locked in. Um, I feel in that time, if I could push through those hurdles and have a vision towards my destination, I feel the journey is going to be awesome. So that was my thought process, and I'm glad I was able to finish the marathon. Uh, it taught me something that even if it feels out of place at some point, uh, I feel like it's necessary to keep going. It will you will grow beyond your limits, and you'll set new uh, expectations. You'll have new growth, and that's what I was looking for. So thank you for helping me with the marathon.
Listen, I didn't help much. We just kind of got you started, but you were the one who trained. You're the one who put the miles in. You're the one who ran the race, and it was really invigorating seeing you pass us in front of Barclays Center, in front of Whole Foods downtown Brooklyn, and then seeing you cross the finish line. And now just seeing the enthusiasm you've had with others who you've been putting other work into. So I know that you did the residency program for the sports residency, and we'll talk about a little bit about that in a minute. But I wanted to hear a little bit about why um, community is so important to you. Because now that you learned so many things in terms of the sports stuff and the marathoning, you're giving back in many, many ways. So, for those who don't know, yes, you run a running club called Spartan Sunday Running Club. We've been doing this for the last 15 years with Spartan races, which also you did with us, the Spartan race, our route, right? Um, and I created this workout for the community, which was
Yep.
happening at Georgetown office, and I'm no longer at Georgetown, but for the last 4 or 5 years, at 6 a.m. in the morning, before we even open up, we said let's go out there and do something different. We can engage our community, and I mean, maybe not go out there and talk to MDs, but what can we do for our actual patients, the people who are actually
Mhm.
coming into the door, the people who are trying to get better, who are trying to get back to the life that they love, and they're looking for ways and spaces to do that. And I used to work out with one of our coworkers, Stan, who's one of the directors in a
Mhm.
different office. Uh, and we just started working out, and the patient wanted to join us. So that one patient turned to two, two turned to four, and then before you know it, we had a group of patients who said, "Look, I wanna do whatever you're doing." So for the last 4 years, 5 years, we've had this 6 a.m. workout Mondays and Wednesdays, and we've had 20, 25 people coming through, and it's been amazing hearing the stories of people feeling better and applying what they learned in physical therapy now to their actual lives. Now they're actually getting back to the life that they really love, right? Because they
True.
feel better. Their blood pressure is going down. They have more
Hmm.
energy. Their knee pain is going away, and they're
Right.
seeing that what they did in physical therapy is now translating to them being more functional in real life. And yes, you can say, "Hey, go to a gym and do that." Go to Planet Fitness, go to Blink. You can definitely do that. But a lot of people, again, like being in a comfortable space. They've been in a space for, twice a week, for 4 weeks, 6 weeks. They feel comfortable with you or me. So they feel comfortable in these spaces. And I felt really bad when I got this promotion. And now I'm doing more stuff in the company as senior director of community integration, and it's great. But I'm no longer in Brooklyn. So I said, yo, we can't let this thing end. What's
Hmm.
gonna happen? And you, Gaurav, said, you know what? I'll take over. I'll take over this thing and I'll hold it down. And you have classes now on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Tuesdays are going to be at Georgetown, Thursdays at your office. And I just want to know for you, what, for one, inspired you to say yes to that? Because it's not something that you're paid for, right? It's not something that um, you even get accolades for, right? It's something that happens before the actual work shift, and it's something that's a free service for the community. So, what inspired you, sir, to say, you know what, I will take over this mantle, I'll take this baton, and I'm going to run with it and make it my own thing. I'm going to do it Tuesday, Thursdays. I'm going to do it here and there, but we're going to do it. What inspired you to do that?
I feel like that's a great question. When I started in Georgetown, this was 3 years ago. Uh, I came to Georgetown. The first person I met was you, and I had seen the poster outside on the wall that, oh, there are free workouts Mondays and Wednesdays, and that is something that I wanted to do in the first place. I wanted to see how things are being done. I want to see who all show up. I feel like that was the primary thing that kind of caught my attention. And from there, I started showing up to the workouts on and off. But I feel like I needed to work on my fitness first. Um, all the people that come to the community workouts, they're fabulous, and these are all patients, and it's really inspiring. We as therapists, we see these patients in therapy, and we feel like, okay, they can do certain stuff up to a certain thing, and the thing that caught my attention was when I see them at your workouts, they're a different person, and I feel glad that they're able to do so much with what they're able to do. They need guidance. They want to see how things can be done, and I was so glad that you were doing it. And as I started working more in Georgetown, I found that there was a gap with the insurance sometimes. So the insurance will authorize certain visits, and we have post-op patients. We have people who have chronic pain. That's not going to go away in few visits. So once they were done with the insurance, I started referring them to your class, and I saw a big change in them. Their quality of life improved. The way their pain was, they had literally less pain. Some people got back to what they love to do. And I feel like that made a big difference within their lives. Yes, we want to treat our patients, but we want to make sure that they're living comfortably when they're outside of therapy. Um, that's something that actually gave me an idea of, in the future, I want to do this myself. And we make a big difference in their lives, and we want to make sure that they're able to carry it on in their family. So I feel like when I saw the opportunity of, I don't want the class to shut down now. It's people are so much engaged. It's amazing to see so many people show up. And I know you started the class at 6, but people show up at 5:30, and then it's amazing to see that they wait. I've seen people coming in there in access rides. So it's really motivating, and I feel like if I see a problem that, oh, I'm not able to get through, I look at these patients and I'm like, my problem is not big as theirs, so if they can see through it, why not me? So one of the reasons is I did not want the class to shut down. And I feel like we can make a big difference when these patients are left out of care. And we can keep it going until as long as they need. And it's really helpful, and it feels good to give it back to the community. Uh, they do a lot for us. So we need to make sure that they're taken care of.
Yeah. Gaurav, I really appreciate you. You have a heart of gold, and I don't know how many people would say, "Yeah, I'll wake up an hour and a half, 2 hours earlier, and go to this thing, and help out the community." Especially if there's no compensation for it, right? We live in such a world where everyone's looking for, well, what can I get from this? What can I achieve from this, or what's in it for me? But you sitting here and saying, "Yeah, I want to do it," because we can't let it die, but also because I want to get my own fitness up, and for me, that's kind of why we started. We started because I was looking for a way to stay consistent, and even on days when I knew I wasn't feeling it, 'cause people, "Oh, you're so dedicated." Yeah, yeah, yes, yes, absolutely. But there were many days, and you'll see as well, where I was like, I don't want to wake up. I don't want to go.
True.
I'm not feeling this at all. But
True.
knowing that someone is going to be waiting for you outside at 5:30, and they schedule an accessoride, the week before
Yeah.
that for this thing,
True.
now people are counting on you, and they were counting on me. So that was also motivation to say, okay, I have to be there, not just for myself, but also for those who I'm going to be inspiring, and those who are going to be inspiring others as well. And the thing I love about the class so much, Gaurav, is that it's a safe space, but it's also a community space where literally the respect for the space is ideal. So people come in, as you've already seen, and
Hmm.
and they arrange the space, right? They'll put
Yeah.
chairs away, they'll move this and move that so we can use the space appropriately.
True.
There's respect in there. And then when the class is over, everyone puts things away. Like there are no egos in the class. Everyone is just
Right.
really there for everyone to succeed and for everyone
Hmm.
to grow. And I think that's the beauty of the Georgetown office, but also Brooklyn, and maybe even just the people who are leading, like you and me, because we create these spaces where people feel comfortable helping others grow.
Yeah.
And the same way when someone comes in first day and doesn't know anything, it's an uncomfortable space for them. By the time they've been there for a week or two, they're teaching somebody else how to do something, and then the next new person comes in, they're teaching that new person. So it becomes this ongoing cycle where yes, you feel uncomfortable when you're first there for the first time, but then
Right.
you get through that phase of uncomfortability, you get to that phase
Hmm.
of growth, and then you're growing and helping somebody else grow. So back to the quote, it really is that circle of growth, which I love seeing that. And whenever I see someone else showing someone how to do an exercise, uh, it makes me feel so happy because it lets,
Exactly.
I'm sure you get the same. It lets you know that you did your job. You did your job.
True. True. True.
Listen, I'm curious. You've learned so many things now with this residency program, and I know you've been sharing
Hmm.
it with some of the 6 a.m. workout people and some of your patients. Talk to us a
Right.
little bit about what that process was like, and I guess what you've learned as a result of now being one of the first people, that the inaugural class for Jack, at least, for the
Right.
residency program for sports.
It was a great experience. I still miss the residency program now. I feel like I feel like I usually recommend that to a lot of clinicians because it helps them hone their skill.
Mm,
And you want to be good at your craft. I feel like if you put your heart out there, you will see big results with that. Especially with patients. When I started the residency program, I was mentoring. I was going to New Jersey. I had my mentor come to Georgetown, and both of us, we were so locked in the process. We started seeing the results that if my patients take, let's assume, if they took like 10 or 15 visits to get better, now slowly as I'm going through the residency program, their results started coming in faster. And that's really motivating for me. I feel like I'm able to get them out of pain sooner. They will listen to you with a different mindset. Your own mindset changes because now you're able to educate them with better resources. I feel like throughout the residency process, we were working, and then so it was a full-time job plus the residency program. It was a little hard at the beginning, but I feel like uh, at one point I started loving it. I was like, okay, I need to. I was curious to see my mentor Diana every Friday, and every Friday we used to have brainstorming like discussions and like through the research how we can make things better for our patients, how we can get more into how we can diagnose our patients better. So it's something that I recommend to all the clinicians who want to stick to physical therapy in the long run because we see physical therapy as a part of a medical team, but it's something that we see our patients for a longer time. We see someone, let's say, if they're doing 2 or 3 visits a week, we're seeing them for 2 to 3 hours a week. I don't think any medical professional is doing that. So I feel they share their stories with us. We pretty much know their dog's name, that we know their parents' name. We get involved with them. So they build a lot of trust uh, with us. So I feel like when I went through the residency program, it gave me a good confidence on how I can make their lives better in the long run. They're just not your patients. They're someone who can. improve with your expertise. So if you improve your expertise, you'll make their life really rich.
Mm,
Um, so I feel like that's one of the motivation that I have uh, moving into even moving in the future. I want to stick to like studying because it helps me grow as a person.
hmm. Listen, you said a couple words that stand out to me, and I've been saying kind of the same words this whole month and this whole year. Actually, the term "locked in" is something that a lot of people, say. Yeah, I'm locked in. I'm locked in. She's locked in. But I think that, like you said, talking about your craft, locking into your craft is poignant. Right, you have to be
Hmm.
locked into your craft to really be good. And a lot of people, and you know this, a lot of people don't do that. Right, they kind of coast as much as they can. They do the minimum. They do whatever they have to do to kind of get the paycheck. It's not really them locking in for the benefit of their patients or even for themselves. They're just doing the bare minimum to get by. But I think you and I have that same kind of mindset that we lock in because we want to be better. We want others to be better. We want to really be the best at our craft, and that's why you did the
Yeah.
residency program, right? And that's why I've done whatever I've done for the last 14 years being a PT. And I'm curious for you at this moment, right? You're looking at your career now, and you've done so many things, and the residency program and the marathon and all these different things, right? You're locked into being better and sharing that with the rest of the community.
Hmm.
I'm curious where it all comes from because um, I know you are not from here, right? You're from India,
Yeah.
and physical therapy is big in terms of schooling in India, right? There are a lot of
Hmm.
people who come from India who are physical therapists, which is amazing, including family members that I have as well.
Yeah.
But I also know that in terms of fitness and sports in general,
Hmm.
those things aren't always a priority, right? Culturally.
True.
So I
Yeah.
was curious. I meant to ask you this before, and I figure when I ask you now, where did that drive come for you? Because I know that academia is usually the highest level that's really focused on, right? Sometimes even
Yeah.
athleticism and sports is kind of not uh, highlighted and not encouraged because academics is supposed to be, higher than that. I was curious, where this athletic focus, this athletic drive, and even you being so physical in terms of your own physical options and activities, where that kind of came from, just given the cultural history you have, not being born here, being born in India, and seeing how that can be sometimes seen as a deterrent and not as a focus to stay locked in on.
I feel like so when I was in India, I did my bachelor's in physical therapy from one of the universities in Pune. That's in one of the states from Maharashtra. I feel like when I was in the PT program, I was involved with the like the sports planning of the events early on from my first year, and that was something that I wanted to do in the long run. And we saw a big change as PTs, how we if we're fit, we can make a hell of a difference with our patients. So first year, moving into my internship, I was involved in as a captain of a team, and then I feel like that gave me a good leadership opportunity. If I can stand out as a leader, my team can do great things. You want to be someone who inspires and motivates the whole team, so that it's great if you're a leader and you're bringing out the results. But when the team brings out the results, I feel like that's like fourfold, and that kind of set the tone for me getting into as a sports PT. That gave me an opportunity to present myself at a bigger stage. And then as I came to the United States, that was in 2018, I saw a big opportunity where patients, PTs, everyone is locked in fitness. And I feel like if you're fit as a person, people listen to you. They will understand what you're saying. As we say, you need to practice what you preach. So coming into the States, I feel like I was in Chicago. I did my master's, and then uh, when I moved to Indiana, that was when I started working. That was in 2020. That was around COVID time. I feel like I wanted fitness to be part of everyone's life. I want to make sure that we're not just treating patients here. You want to make an impact with their fitness. Uh, when I started as a PT, I feel like I was working on the fitness component a lot more than rehab. And then once they got the basic fitness, then I could do wonders with the rehab. So I feel like it's one of the wheel of life where if you have your fitness in check, you'll make a better living out of it. So that's why I started when I started working out at the Georgetown office. I started working out with my parents also.
Hmm.
So they live in India, but we do workouts on FaceTime. I
Hmm.
started working out with my family in Charlotte. So, and also my in-laws. I feel like that gave me a purpose because I see a big difference in them. I see my parents maybe once or twice, maybe once in 2 years sometimes, or maybe once a year. Um, and the when I visit them, the way they move, it's magical. My dad can run down the stairs like a 25-year-old athlete, and I'm proud of that. I feel like he gives me an image that even if he's at a certain age, he's 70 years old, but looking at his fitness, I'm proud that he's able to do what he's able to do. So I feel like I want to spread the word of fitness around the people I know, my family, my work colleagues, my company. I want to make sure that they focus on their fitness because when life gets in the way, uh, you want to make sure that you're fit. You don't want to keep fitness on the side and then keep rolling because after a certain age, you, it's hard to reverse the effects. So take care of your body while you can.
Yeah, yeah. Poignant words, sir. I appreciate that. Listen, we both work for a company called Jack Physical Therapy. We've been here for a little while now, holding it down. It's been great. And we have a slogan: "Get back to life that you love." And I think you've kind of embodied why you do what you do for patients because you want them to get back to that. Um, but when you hear our slogan, "Get back to life that you love," what does it mean to you? What does it resonate with you? How do you translate that to what you do in terms of your work as a PT, your work with the workout class now, doing a residency, and again trying to help others lock in? How do you tie all those things into our theme to get back to life that you love?
I feel like when we're seeing our patients or our clients every day, uh, our, when we are able to get back to the life they love, that motivates me to get back to what I want to do. So my goal is to treat athletes. Athletes, non-athletes, but I feel like I want to work on a person to get back to their fitness. So let's say that my goal is to get back to treating at a point where I feel like my patients should not have any fear. This is something that came from years ago when when I was an intern and I was working with an athlete, and I saw that fear can do so much damage than the actual injury. So I feel like I want to get them back to the thing that they love without having fear. We want to attack the fear first, and this is something that I've learned from my mentor Diana, and thanks to her, uh, that's what resonates with me with our company slogan.
Yeah. Shout out to Diana. She's a great person. Another ball of energy. So shout out to her also.
Yes.
Gaurav, so listen, what's next for you, sir? You've done so many things. You're a marathoner. You're completed your sports residency. PT, doing that community stuff. What's next for you on the docket, either physically or professionally?
I feel like I want to keep going right now. I'm doing the 6 a.m. workouts, which is amazing. That's something that I wanted to do since a long time, and I have the opportunity now. I feel like I want to grow as a mentor in this field, where I can help the fellow clinicians to realize what they like doing and what they love doing. And we want to get our patients better in the long run. And I see myself doing this in the long run for everyone. So I want to be a mentor. I want to be someone that people can look forward to taking care of them.
Amazing. Amazing. Folks, if you want to check out Gaurav and the workout crew, they're going to be at Georgetown office in Brooklyn. 2133 Rap Avenue in Brooklyn, New York on Tuesdays. Uh, it says 6 a.m., but they've been getting there at 5:30 because they're insane. So if you do want to be a part of the free workout, join them. And then Gore, what's the address of the Voorhies office for Thursday mornings?
It's 1609 Voorhies Avenue. It's in Sheepshead Bay area. So I'll be there Thursday mornings at 6 o'clock. I'll get there earlier, so feel free to drop by. I'm ready to get people in. It's giving me a good reason how to keep my patients going when even when they're not in therapy.
Awesome. And Gore, where can people follow you on social media or otherwise?
I have a page on Instagram. It's Gaurav Dambal. That's my name. And I have been posting few fitness tips. I've been trying to get highlight the run club. We've been trying to get more people in so that we can reach to them. So if there's something that the when the insurance runs out, we want to keep it running. So if there's something that we could help, I'll gladly do it.
Awesome. And listen, last thing, you and I both did the High Rocks. We did High Rocks this
Yes.
year, which was an amazing experience. Talk to listeners about what High Rocks was like for you.
Hyrox was something that I loved it. I feel like that energy, just getting there. I know you did doubles, and that takes a lot more energy than what we did. We did a relay with the four of our, so it was four of us from the run club, and we had a ball. It was we had each of us had like two tasks, and I feel like we were pushing ourselves to our limits. And I feel like that's something that keeps me going. I feel like if I can push through my limits on the field, it gives me great satisfaction. Our team members, they did fantastic. I feel like everyone had so many things going on, but they still showed up. They completed the race, and it's good to see when people succeed at their sport. So I loved it. I feel like I'm going to do it again. I look forward to doing it with you. So I'm still training for it. So we'll look forward to seeing each other at High Rocks.
All right, let's make that happen, Gaurav. Again, yeah, I did doubles with my friend Eugene. You were with Anthony and Marquise and Ishmael, but yeah, we our teams were out there and definitely an experience. Eight obstacles, running in between New York City. It was fun, but yeah, definitely now that we have a taste of it, go out there and rock it out for sure next time. So we'll talk about maybe doing doubles in the future. That could be fun. It could
Absolutely.
be fun. Grover, I appreciate you so much, man. Thank you for being on the show today. You are a rock star. And on behalf of Be More Today show, we give you an applause. We salute you and just keep up the good work for the community and at Voorhees office. You're really killing it. So I salute you, sir, and thank you for taking the time today.
Thank you so much, Sean. Thank you for having me, and I look forward to seeing you again.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Folks, he is the man. I'm so happy for him. So proud of him. He's been doing some great things in the community, and just so proud of him. And again, he just talks about being locked in. And you can see that he really, truly cares about community. He really cares about people, people getting better. And that's all I'm talking about on Be More Today's show. We're looking to make sure that people are doing the best that they can in their craft, really trying to go out there and embody the quotes, like even today's quote, talking about growth requiring you to go beyond what's comfortable and discover where it's possible. He's been doing that in many, many ways, from the marathon, the high rocks, to his residency program, to now giving beyond himself before even work begins. And I don't know what it is for you, but I encourage you to go out there and do the same. Be the best at your craft, lock in, and be amazing at what you do. And it's not going to be comfortable because you're going to be making lots of mistakes. You're going to be trying to figure out, how to do things better. But the possibilities of what you can discover about yourself and what you can inspire in others it's all worth it. It's all worth it. So, folks, continue to Nixon 26 as we continue to go now into the latter portion of this year. Let's keep this downhill momentum going. And thank you so much for being a part of the Be More Today show. We'll see you next time. Until then, stay safe and continue to be more today. We'll see you next time. Peace.